Hi everyone, and welcome back to the Flat Vector Character class. In this lesson we're going to learn how to create the big sized body for our character. Now for the final body type of our character, he's going to be the biggest, so we need to reflect that in the size of his head. So let's go ahead and grab this face here, move it into position, and we're going to use the selection tool here to make our head a little bit bigger, like so. And maybe a little bit wider as well, like so. Cool. Now moving on to the body of our character, let's select the ellipse tool this time. And we're just going to draw a perfect circle by holding Shift key on the keyboard. And this will be the collar for our character. So let's move this into position. Use the eyedropper tool to select the color that you want. And now let's go ahead and create the shadow for our neck. So making a smaller circle here and selecting a shadow color. Let's go ahead and bring these colors closer so it's easier to access. And now let's select both of these circles, right click, arrange center back so we can see what we're doing. And let's move these up a little bit like so. And let's move our shadow up as well. Just making this circle a little bit smaller so that it fits behind our head. And let's just adjust these to make it so that everything is centralized. Excellent. Next we want to draw a big chest for our character. Now we can go ahead and select the chest that we had for our first character, duplicate this, and this time let's make this a little bit bigger and place this into place like so. And we can also, you'll notice how that now that we've made the shape bigger, the shape behind has started to come out a little bit as well. Now in order to rectify this, all we need to do is select this shape and make this round again, like so. Excellent. Now let's bring this shape up a little bit, and maybe let's bring this shadow in front. So let's bring this shadow in front for a split second so that it's above our chest, and now we can bring our head and arrange this back to the front. Awesome. Now, what we want to do is we want to create the stomach of our character. So in order to do this, what we have to do here is, again, draw another circle. So let's draw a bigger circle here to create the stomach. Select the appropriate color. And let's send this to back so we can see what we're doing. So we can move this up a little bit. I think this is a little bit too big, so let's make this slightly smaller. And we want to place this just below our chest, like so. And in fact, let's make this the color of the shadow. And now, let's make a smaller circle. Make this the brighter color. And let's put this somewhere up here. Make it a little bit bigger. And send these both to the back. And now if we go ahead and align these to the center, you'll see that we've created a nice little sort of shadow or underbelly for our stomach. Cool. Now let's go ahead and create the belly button for this character. So let's select the appropriate color, select the ellipse tool, and create a belly button. Move it into place. And finally, we want to create the underwear for our character. Now, for our big character, it's as simple as creating an ellipse tool, another circle, selecting white, and then sending this to the back. Let's put this into place. Maybe it needs to be a little bit bigger. And now we've got the underwear for our character. Let's make sure everything is aligned properly. Next, we want to give our characters some thick legs. The creation of the legs is exactly the same as what we've done before for our previous characters, except they're going to be a lot bigger. So let's go ahead and create the legs here by using the rectangular tool, the round rectangular tool. Create some big thighs here. And select the correct color. And let's create some big shins here as well. Cool. Align these, and we want to select the foot again. So let's select the foot, duplicate this foot, and we want to make this foot bigger just to help support the weight of our character here. So let's move this up a little bit. In fact, let's make this to front. And now let's select both of these legs, put this at an angle, as we've done for the previous two characters, and send this to the back just to see what this looks like. Cool. Happy with this? And once you're happy with the shape of your leg, group your leg and duplicate that, transform, reflect, vertical, and send this to the other side. Right click, arrange, center back. Now I'm just going to select both of these legs, group them so that it's symmetrical, and this way we can easily align the objects to center. Excellent. Now we've got our body of our large character and the legs of our large character. The final thing that we need to do is the arms. Now we can easily draw out the arms again, or we can take the arms of our character here. So let's copy that and move this into place. And we can increase the stroke size of our arm like so. So let's make this arm size 55. And you can see the arm looks slightly awkward here, so we can use the direct selection tool here to select these points and adjust the way that the arm looks. So let's bring this point or this shoulder point here and bring this arm a little bit closer. And let's put this behind the shoulder point here like so. And I'm just going to use this handle to make the curve of our arm a little bit more. And bring this down. And we can also copy one of our hands and paste it. And this time we want to make this a little bit bigger. Excellent. And then once you're happy with the way that your hand and your arm looks, we can select both of these, group, Control C to copy, Control Shift V to paste, right click, transform, reflect, and then select vertical. And then we can move the second arm into place like so. And then as usual, select both these arms, group them so they're symmetrical. And we can now make sure everything is aligned to the center like so. Now if you want to create a little bit more contrast for the character, we can actually change the color of our arm. So selecting the arms here, so using the direct selection tool, select both arms. We can use the eyedropper tool to now select a darker color. Now, if you select the color like this, you'll notice that it becomes a fill instead of a stroke. So in order to change this back to a stroke, let's go back to the stroke button here. In fact, let's swap this into a stroke first. And now in the stroke tool here, we can increase the weight back to 55. And in fact, what we'll want to do here is we'll also want to change the stroke into a rounded cap, like so. And now right click, arrange, center back. And you might also want to change the color of the hands. So let's go ahead and select the hands. So I'm just going to ungroup this selection here just to make selecting the hands slightly easier. So just ungroup everything, select both hands, select the color that you want, and I'm just going to use the direct selection tool to select the thumbs here and select a darker color for the thumbs. Excellent. And now finally, putting a highlight on the thigh. Just make this a little bit bigger. Cool. And there we have it. A big sized flat vector character. In the next lesson, we'll learn how to create different color schemes for our different skin colors. See you all there.